Well, good morning, saints of all saints.
Good morning.
I bring greetings from that faraway land to the west, Winston-Salem. Greetings from my colleagues at Second Harvest Food Bank of Northwest North Carolina, where I serve on the development team. And greetings from my fellow parishioners at St. Anne's Episcopal Church, where I serve as co-leader of the Outreach Committee. I'm very grateful to the Reverend Ken Cruz for inviting me to speak with you. Although I must say, Ken, I'm certainly not qualified to deliver a sermon. I do believe, based on what I've read about the ministry and history of All Saints Episcopal Church, anything I say this morning will be preaching to the choir. And I'm so honored to be with you on this very special day, the unique convergence of May Day, Rogation Sunday, and the blessing of your new community garden, the Garden of Eden, as I understand it's appropriately called. With your mission of growing food, growing awareness, and growing community, your garden is indeed a bit of paradise. As a novice gardener myself, with a not-so-green thumb, I've come to understand and respect the three basic necessities to grow the garden: healthy soil, sunshine, and rain. With today's showers having disrupted your outdoor service plans, perhaps the message for us is providential. God really is on board with you for the Garden of Eden. And as we're often reminded, God really is in charge of the plans. So let me say a bit about our work at Second Harvest Food Bank. The mission of Second Harvest Food Bank is to reduce hunger and malnutrition in 18 counties in Northwest North Carolina. For the past 35 years, we've served in local communities from Boone to Burlington with a vision of sharing the abundance so no one goes hungry. There is enough for everyone to have enough. Hunger-free communities really are possible. And we believe everyone has gifts to share toward ending hunger. Be that our time, our talents, our voice, or food and financial resources. Second Harvest Food Bank provides food and support resources to more than 300 community partners. Nearly 100 of them are right here in Guilford County. These partners are our boots on the ground, serving those in need directly. They are food pantries, soup kitchens, shelters, backpack weekend meal programs, and kids cafes. Agencies like Greensboro Urban Ministry, the Servants Center, and the Out of the Garden Project, just to name a few right here locally. In the last year, Second Harvest Food Bank provided all our Guilford County partners with enough food for more than 4.3 million meals. With your plans to donate the harvest from the Garden of Eden to local pantries, All Saints joins a strong network of faith and community-based organizations who believe that addressing hunger is a responsibility that is shared by the public and private sectors, by concerned individuals, in order to ensure the health, the vitality, and the well-being of our communities. Because hunger is pervasive in our community. 1 in 6 people are food insecure, which means they don't know where their next meal is coming from. Among those seeking food assistance, an overwhelming majority of working families report having to make difficult choices between food and other basic needs like housing, utilities, transportation, and medical care. The situation is far worse for children, where 1 in 4 are at risk of hunger. In fact, more than half the school-aged children in North Carolina qualify to participate in the free and reduced school meal program. When schools close for summer vacation in June, many of these kids will lose access to the one nutritious meal they count on every day. Without school meals, these children not only have an increased risk of hunger, they're also at risk of losing all they've learned during the school year. I'm often asked to describe the face of hunger, and it's really not difficult. Considering the statistics I just mentioned, all you have to do is take a look at the faces around you. Think back to last week and the folks that were gathered in the break room at work, or the parents and kids at the field when you were picking up your child or grandchild at soccer practice, in the waiting room at the doctor's office, or in the checkout lane at the supermarket. If you want to know what the face of hunger looks like, take a look in the mirror. You see, the face of hunger looks just like you and just like me. So now I'd like to invite you on a journey in dream and imagination. Imagine, if you will, what John might have felt like in his vision of being carried away by the angel to a great high mountain and looking upon the new city of Jerusalem, where heaven unites with earth in God's perfect recreation of the world. I don't know of any mountaintops here in Greensboro, so you'll have to really use your imagination here, but think for a moment about being high enough to observe your home and your yard, and then higher still to see the homes and yards throughout your entire neighborhood. Then going even higher to view the entire city of Greensboro, the Triad and beyond. Stay with me here. Imagine for a moment what you might see in this time, our time, in this community, our community, if no one was hungry. In fact, close your eyes for just a moment. What do you see? Perhaps from your vantage point, you might see the lush and bountiful oasis of All Saints Episcopal Church in the Garden of Eden. Then maybe you might spot another community garden at St. Andrew's Episcopal Church, and one at St. Francis, then St. Barnabas and Holy Trinity. More still, you see a community garden at College Park Baptist, First Pres, Christ United Methodist, St. Pius Catholic, and then one at Temple Emmanuel and the Islamic Center. Community gardens everywhere. Then this community, Our community is indeed the Garden of Eden. I commend you and I thank you for planting seeds of connection and unity. With your Garden of Eden, you are providing space and opportunity for the transformative power of sowing and reaping, of planting and harvesting in our heads, our hearts, our minds, and yes, our bodies. Let us pray. Gracious and merciful God, creator of all that is and all that is yet to be, we come to you a hungry people. Some of us hunger for food. Some of us hunger for compassion. Some of us hunger for justice. Some of us hunger for hope. Some of us hunger to be the bearers of food, the bearers of compassion, the bearers of justice, and the bearers of hope. Connect us in our hunger, O God, in a blessed common union to be a community of abundance, so that we may feed each other and hunger no more. May it be so.